A very special namaskar and welcome, friends, to West Indian Today. I'm yours truly, your host and host, Ramayan, welcoming you to this edition of West Indian Today. And we say thank you once again for tuning in to today's program, and thank you for your kind support. Now, today's program is a very special program for two very special reasons. And before we talk more about today's program, we want to say thank you to the preceding program just right before us. That is the team of Jyoti Satsang, who has been coming to you for the last 20 plus years, promoting Sanatan Dharma at its highest level and commercial-free television every Saturday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. When I'm talking about commercial-free television, I have the man himself, Dr. Dhanpaul Narine, in studios. We want to say a very special welcome to him.
Namaskar, Ji, and thank you very much, Imran Ji. Imran, you have been doing such a wonderful job on this program. We want to thank you. The entire Jyoti Satsang family wants to thank you. We want the ITV family to thank you. We congratulate Mrs. Vishwanath, Dr. Vishwanath, a visionary who had this idea of having ITV. And look how much it has spread all over North America. So thank you very much to the Vishwanath family for sponsoring you as well as us here for many, 22 years now, commercial-free television. Now, Imranji, today we are here to talk about Ramayan in the Park 2015. And today at 5 p.m., 104-20, it will be on the screen, 104-20, 133rd Streets, just off Liberty Avenue, will be the commencement of the 7th annual Ramayan in the Park. And of course, there's a reason why Lord Rama chose us to have this ground every year, year after year, to have Ramayan in the Park, because he wants his Leela, his Mahima, his name to be read there gloriously every year. And it's going to be today. We start with a big youth concert, free youth concert. Come out and be there at 5 p.m. You will be mesmerized by the talents of our young children. They're very, very talented. They go to great music schools, dance schools, drama classes. Come out in large numbers, Imran. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dhanpaul Ji. And actually, that's one of the very special reasons that I said that we are joining with each and every one of you today. Today is a very special program. And today being Saturday, August 15th, in which we have, on behalf of the Ramayan in the Park Incorporation, the 7th annual anniversary of Ramayan in the Park at its Ayodhya, the Ayodhya of New York City, at the Arya Spiritual Center ground. And later tonight will be the Grand Youth Concert. And also, what a wonderful day to start the program, in which it's actually India's Independence Day. So we say Jai Hind, and of course to all our brothers and sisters from Bharat Desh. But as we're talking about Ramayan in the Park, joining with us along with Dr. Dhanpaul Narine, we do have some members of this very wonderful organization. We actually want to take this opportunity to welcome Uncle Roy Dhanraj Singh, who is actually a member of this organization and has been a hardworking member bringing Ramayan in the Park for many, many years. And also joining with Uncle Roy Dhanraj Singh, we also have Don G. Persaud, a member of the community. So let me say a very special namaskar.
Namaskar.
And welcome to our program.
Namaskar, Imranji. First of all, I want to thank you for having us on the program. And I like coming to ITV. From the other location to this location, people are so courteous, friendly, and very accommodating. And so we thank them very much for having us on here today.
Very nice. And as you heard from Dr. Dhanpaul, we have a grand youth concert coming up today, later today, at the Arya Spiritual Center grounds. So if there's anything else you want to add on that.
Well, the youth concert is actually a very spectacular event of extravaganza. It's like classical singing, classical dancing. Most of the students are graduates of dance academy and singing academies. And Ramona Maharaj and Rohan Narine are putting this together. I'm into Kilau, and several of the youths putting it together. Nobody is over 35 years old. So you would believe you're seeing a spectacular event in India, or ITV brought something over from India. Very, very wonderful. I mean, it's so surprising and astonishing to see the talent that we have in our community. And that is tonight. Right. We've had this for many years. It's very well put together. And one of the things I do always in the youth concert is to thank the parents for Saturday after Saturday taking their children so they can get to this standard of classical recital.
And tomorrow will be the very first night of the Ramayan Yajna, and as we are in preparation for the Ramayan Yajna that takes place tomorrow, remember to do save the date. Tomorrow will be the first night. We're going to hand over to Donji Persaud, someone who I've known for quite some time. We go back as I actually have known you for 20 plus years. So I'm going to hand over to you to tell us a little bit about what are we expecting to see tomorrow.
Yes, thank you, Imranji. We do go back a very long time, back in your youth at Prem Bhakti Mandir, and you were a little child there, and you've grown to help us, the Hindu community, in terms of promoting Sanatan Dharmism, and we are very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
As we mentioned, the youth concert is today at 5 p.m., and we look to the folks, the audience, to come out in large numbers and support us for the youth concert tonight. Ms. Ramona Singh produces it, and there's going to be a lot of artists, younger artists, dancing, singing, as mentioned. And tomorrow is the first night of the reading of the Ramayana by Pandit Rishiram Persaud. And it will start at 6 p.m., and we will have a sort of a reunion of the USA Pandits Parishad Mandir, and all the members who go there will be in attendance at the Yajna.
Well, as you heard, actually tomorrow will be the very first night, and we actually will be starting with Pandit Rishiram Persaud, and actually the reunion of the USA Pandits Parishad. I believe Uncle Roy Dhanraj Singh, you want to actually shed some more light about this very special reunion on behalf of the Pandits Parishad.
Yes, Pandit Rishiram Persaud is reading on the Sunday night, and that is Balkand, the beginning of the Ramayan. And so it'll be a reunion. A lot of people from the Pandits Parishad will be there, quite a few dozen of them, maybe a couple of hundred. And so do come out for that. Balkand the first night, and after that we'll go through all the Khands of Ramayan: Balkand, Ayodhya Kand, Aranya Kand, Kishkinda Kand, Sundar Kand, and then we have Yuddha Kand, also known as Lanka Kand. And the final night, Pandit Chunilal would be reading, Pandit Chunilal Narine will be reading Uttar Kand. Now, just incidentally, or not incidentally, very purposely, Mrs. Kamal Chandrauti Persaud, the widow of the deceased Pandit Chandrika Persaud, is sponsoring the Sunday night when Pandit Rishiram is reading. She's sponsoring everything for the whole night, including the bhojan and everything else. So anyone who wants to sponsor any other night, we can check the flyer. It will be coming on later. My number is there, 917-304-0200, and Dr. Dhanpaul's number, 718-848-8831, 718-848-8831. You can call us if you want to sponsor any evening, or if you want to donate anything for bhojan for the week or Persaud, we'll welcome you in that respect.
Now, Dr. Dhanpaul Narine, Ramayan in the Park has actually been a very wonderful program. It's been something that people look forward for year after year. In fact, lots of people, they say they actually take off time from work just to come out for Ramayan in the Park. And this year, I believe we have a very special theme to Ramayan in the Park.
Yes, well, one of the things we decided to do, Imranji, is to sit down at the committee level and work out a theme for Ramayan in the Park. And in fact, the theme this year is honoring the mothers of our community, because without mothers, where will we be? Right. So all the moms, especially the senior moms, we love you. We'd like you to come out to Ramayan in the Park. You will be given a special place to sit for the entire week, and we will RT you, honor you, sing your praises. This is what Ramayan in the Park is about. This is what the Ramayan is about, really. Honoring the mothers, honoring the fathers, honoring everyone. Yes. So this year we're going to place special emphasis on the mothers, next year perhaps on the fathers, and the children the following year. So this is how we will take it. And I'd like to endorse what my two colleagues have said, Donji as well as by Roy, that we are asking everyone from the USA Pandits Parishad Mandir, because there's no more Mandir, to please come out at Ramayan in the Park when Pandit Rishiram is reading, and of course every evening, but very specially so tomorrow, and make that the USA Pandits Parishad Mandir reunion. So let the word go out henceforth. That is what we're looking forward for tomorrow, Pandit Rishiramji, as well as the entire week. Thank you.
I will like to hand over to either Donji Persaud or Uncle Roy Dhanraj to tell us some of the pundits who are listed to be actually officiating the Ramayan Yajna.
Yeah, on the first night, as we mentioned, Pandit Rishiram Persaud. The second night is Pandit Mochan Persaud. And on the third night, the Tuesday night, Pandit Sharma Maharaj from the beautiful islands of Trinidad and Tobago. And on the fourth night, we have Pandit Acharyaji Arun Gosai, the son of the famous and late great Sri Prakash Gosai. And he will be reading Kishkinda Kand. Now, one of the other things we want to mention is this, we go back to this, every now and then we go back to the youth concert. We have Kavita Tajeshwar, this spectacular classical Kathak dancer. We have Ravi Mishra. We have so many different talents, we can mention the name. Urvashi Kisun will be doing the opening Vandana, the Ganesh Vandana, to open this wonderful occasion. And most of these, the children, the youths performing, are classically trained singers. They do a lot of ragas and so on, Sarigama Padanisa all the time.
Yes.
And the dancers are very, very, very accomplished in what they do.
Yes, definitely. In fact, when you see the performances by the dancers, you feel as if you're watching one of the celestial dancers who actually would perform in the heavens, perform right here in Richmond Hill. And so that's more of a reason to come out for the youth concert later tonight. Now, Donji, I'm going to hand over to you in just a quick nutshell if you want to add anything in regards to the Yajna or the youth concert just before we proceed to Pandit Rishiram. You can do so at this time.
Yes, we also have Miss Ravina Nessa Sharma, a very talented singer, would also be present at the youth concert, and we look forward to hearing from her a few songs.
Well, on that note, friends, we're going to end off with this segment. We're going to proceed to Pandit Rishiram Persaud, and then we are going to go to a quick commercial break. I know you're not used to commercial TV, but
right.
for the first time, we welcome you to commercial
Commercial
TV. So he's a commercial-free television gentleman, so we welcome him to commercial TV for the first time. So go actually enjoy these highlights by Pandit Rishiram Persaud, and we'll be back with you in just a few moments. Welcome back once again, friends, and if you have just joined with us on ITV on West Indian today, we want to say a very special thank you for joining with us on today's program. As we are talking today, we are in preparation for Ramayan in the Park. Today happens to be the Grand Youth Concert that will take place at the Arya Spiritual Center ground, and they've been doing this for 6 consecutive years. Now in its 7th edition, we're promising you a great high-quality entertainment program with the Grand Youth Concert, and of course the Ramayan Yajna has always proven to be very successful, like it has been in this past 6 years. Now, actually, first we're going to start off with Uncle Roy Dhanraj Singh. We've actually been talking about the youth concert, and there's actually various Mandirs who are participating in various ways. Their youths from the Mandirs will be a part of the Grand Youth Concert. So kindly tell us a little bit some of the participating Mandirs.
Yeah, we forgot to mention earlier, we were saying all these talented artists. A lot of them are actually individual artists who parents have paid over the years, and really they don't mind paying for them to develop this Indian culture and this classical singing and dancing. A lot of them are from the Mandirs, including a skit from Trimurti Mandir. That'll be a wonderful skit to look at. And just incidentally also, on the Sunday morning, we have Pandit Vishnu Sukul from the Bronx, who is going to do the Sampuran, Mahatam, and do Purnahoti, and have some readings from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. His youth group will be doing...
that'll be the final Sunday, actually.
Yeah, the final Sunday.
Yes.
His youth group will be performing in the youth concert as well on the Sunday morning, which is Sunday the 23rd, which is next week Sunday.
Yes.
They have, including Pandit Vyas Sukul, his son, wonderful musician, and they'll be performing the kirtan for that event on the Sunday morning, which is the last day. There is so much to mention. This thing is so spectacular. It is actually an institution. It has become an institution. And people tell myself, Dr. Dhanpaul, and they tell Donji, and tell Harman Singh, who's one of the directors, you hear it from all over. People are looking forward to this Ramayan in the Park. And it becomes such an institution. You go to Guyana, you go to England, go to Trinidad, Holland, people are mentioning Ramayan in the Park. They heard of it, and they just wish they could be here. That's a cue for you, because you are here. You are in New York. You don't have to wish you were here. Just turn up Ramayan in the Park every night. It's from 6 o'clock to about 9:30, and we have prominent pundits. These pundits we have been chosen because they excel in their presentation of Ramayan. Right. And now, Ramayan actually is a lesson for living. The good stuff and the bad stuff. The good stuff is for you to follow as a lesson for living. And the bad stuff is for you to take note and not to follow. And when we promise you all this excitement and these wonderful performances by the youth and then presentation by the pundits, we intend to keep our word, because as in Ramayan it says, Raghu Kularita Sadar Chali Aayi, Prana Jai Pad Vachan Nahi Jai. Your word is your bond. When you promise something, you keep it. And that's exactly what you turn up there, and we will keep our word. You'll be more than enthralled. You'll be spiritually uplifted for the entire week.
Well, definitely, and as Uncle Roy Dhanraj beautifully put it, the Ramayan in the Park Committee has wonderfully decorated the Arya Spiritual Center ground into its own little Ayodhya with prominent pundits for so many years, and this is a very hard-working committee. So, as we heard, prominent pundits will be officiating this yajna. Now, and of course, this hard-working committee, we're going to get an introduction to the pundits, to the remaining pundits who will be a part of Ramayan in the Park 2015. You definitely do not want to miss out on it. So, Dr. Dhanpaul, tell us about some of our pundits, who else will be officiating, and also members of this committee.
Well, thank you very much, Imranji. And one of the things I'd like to say, preface before we get to the other names, is that you mentioned a very important word, decoration. Now, this ground is going to be decorated beautifully. You will feel as if you are in Ayodhya. It has never been done before in this community, that the decorations are going to be spectacular, out of this world. So come in large numbers, bring the friends and family out, bring all the devotees of Lord Rama, and witness a spectacle. Now, the other names you have already heard, Pandit Rishi Ram Persaud, Pandit Mochan Persaud, Pandit Sharma Maharaj, of course, from Trinidad and Tobago, Pandit Arun Gosai, this young man who is so knowledgeable and everyone wants to come and listen to him. He'll be there as well. Pandit Chunilal Narine will be reading on the Thursday night. He needs no introduction. He's an institution by himself, an ambassador of peace and culture. Pandit Mahadev Persaud, who has a master's degree in education, educator in the community. And of course, Pandit Vishnu Sukul. And this is one of the very first time, Imranji, where we're leaving the confines of Queens and we're getting into beyond Queens. We're getting into the Bronx. We're bringing Pandit Vishnu Sukul from the Vishnu Mandir into Ramayan in the Park from the Bronx. So now we are reaching out to other boroughs and places. And of course, you heard his son, Vyasji, is a wonderful musician. So these are some of the distinguished Vyasis who are going to be reading all week. Some members of the committee we'd like to acknowledge today, and these are people who have been working very hard throughout the months to get it off the ground. Apart from the gentleman whom we have mentioned, Donji, as well as Bhayaji Roy Singh. We have Naro Bali from the Arya Spiritual Center, wonderful gentleman. Naro, thank you very much. As well as Beena Persaud from the Beena Institute. She's with us. Ina Persaud, Ina Ramnath, Ina Persaud from Pan American. Thank you, Ina. As well as Shanti Amar, our very, very good friend Shanti Amar. Thank you for your help. Ved Crowley from Trimurti, Shanta Bridgemahan, and Hansel Bridgemahan. We want to thank all of them for being in this committee and supporting it with their body, heart, and soul as well. Thank you.
If you want to contribute, if you want to donate in any form or the other, we're going to hand over to Donji Persaud. Tell us some of the stuff that you can donate and how can we go about doing so?
Yes, aside from the spectacular decorations and readings and youth concert tonight, we also provide refreshments every single night for Ramayan in the Park. So we ask for food donations, and we have a list of folks in the community who donate food as well as funds to carry this Ramayan in the Park through. We have expenses, and we look to the community to help us in terms of donations of food. You can call by Harman Singh at 718-805-4900. He's been in charge of the Bandara since Ramayan in the Park started in 2009, and I have been assisting him, and I am the treasurer of Ramayan in the Park, and I do the books, and I will collect your funds and use it wisely. And we, again, look to the community, and we all make donations from the committee, and we're, again, looking to the community for donations in terms of funds and in terms of food. So if you want to donate food, please call Harman Singh or myself. His number is 718-805-4900. My number is 917-968-2419.
Very nice, thank you so much. And he mentioned a very prominent figure within the community, actually a legend when it comes to the field of broadcasting, Mr. Harman Singh, who's also a member on the committee.
Yes, I left him for last because Harmanji is a very good, wonderful soul, great devotee. Harman, thank you very much for all the help you've given to the committee, as well as all the names I've just mentioned.
Yes.
And we want to thank you profusely for all the help you give. So on behalf of the Ramayan in the Park Committee 2015, please come out in large numbers, get the members out, get your friends, family, all the relatives. Ramayan in the Park is at the ground. The venue has not changed. Now this is important, you should know this. The venue has not changed because the venue has always been 104-20, 133rd Street. And this is where it will be again this year. So the venue has not changed. Come out in large numbers, get the family, friends out, and let us all go there and as a community, a united community, sing the name and the praises of Lord Rama.
This is our invitation to come out to the Arya Spiritual Center ground, starting tonight with the Grand Youth Concert and every night after that. So let us now turn our attention to Pandit Srinilal Narine.
एक तरफ लक्ष्मण एक तरफ सीता बीच में जगत के पालनहारी राम जी के निकले सवारी राम जी की लीला है न्यारी न्यारी राम जी के निकले सवारी राम जी की लीला है न्यारी सौभाग्य देखो फिर भी करेगा सौभाग्य देखे
So as we are signing off with today's program, I'm going to now hand over to all our very well-esteemed gentlemen, actually our hardworking individuals, to make their final appeals to the community. And of course, if there's anyone you want to thank, now is your time to do so. We're going to start with Roy Dhanraj Singh. You can go ahead.
Well, thank you very much, Imran. These things are necessary. When people do good things, you have to thank them. And you don't thank them because you have to. You thank them from the bottom of your heart, which I'm doing now. I want to thank everyone that's ever participated in the last 6 Ramayan in the Park, people who assist in the Bandara, in the kitchen area. You can come again, just turn up there and help, and we'll give you a pair of latex gloves and you help. Also, we want to thank all the artists who have ever performed, because they come and they perform free of charge, and the concert is free. Also, for all the pundits that come, they're very busy schedules, and these are summer evenings. They give their time, so the least we can do is come there and listen to them. And last but not least, we really want to thank the Arya Spiritual Center, the members and the executive of the Arya Spiritual Center, by Narobali, who was the president, Pandit Bharat Singh, and a lot of members from the Arya Spiritual Center, including Pandit Ramlal Ji, Dharmacharya, and they've given us this ground year after year to do Ramayan in the Park. In fact, that is the home of Ramayan in the Park, 10420, 133rd Street in Richmond Hill, just half a block from Sybil's. We want to thank the Arya Spiritual Center members so much for affording us the facility of having this ground. Thank you.
I actually want to thank the committee for having me be part of it. This Ramayan in the Park, as most of the audience knows, was started by Dr. Dhanpaul and by Dhanraj Singh, and also my father, the late Dharmacharya Chandrika Persaud, has some vision in terms of Ramayan in the Park. And I want to thank the committee for allowing me to be part of this great Ramayan in the Park for the last 7 years. And again, I want to thank the community for supporting us. I also want to thank the business folks who donate to us, and I want to thank everyone who prepares food and brings it every night for the Ramayan in the Park. So thank you all, and I also want to thank Imran for having us here today on his show, and for us to advertise our Ramayan in the Park at 104-20, 133rd Street, the home of Ramayan in the Park, otherwise known as Ayodhya. Thank you.
And as I turn to my next colleague, actually, I want to say a very special thank you to my dear friend who has been bringing commercial-free television for the last 22 years, and for the first time, he's actually featured on a commercial program. But Dr. Dhanpaul, we are now going to hand over to you. You can actually make your appeal to the members of the community and whatever you would like to add.
Well, Imranji, thank you very much. It feels nice to be in commercial television. Thank you very much on behalf of everyone, on behalf of your Vishwanath family, yourself, your good self, as well. And let us congratulate Mother India, Jai Hind to Bharat Desh, India, on your anniversary. And of course, we will do a piece of India. Jawaharlal Nehru said, wherever Indians go, they take a little piece of India with them. So we are Indians, and we are taking a piece of India at the Arya Spiritual Center ground, which is starting this evening until next week, Ramayan in the Park. This is our little piece of India in New York. So come out in large numbers, support us. And I'd like to endorse once more our very good wishes and thanks to the Arya Spiritual Center, the Dharmacharya Pandit Ramlalji, members of the executive of the Arya Spiritual Center, Pandit Bharat Prakash, Persaud, Narubali, and all the great members there. Sagarji, thank you very much for allowing us to use the Arya Spiritual Center. Ramayan in the Park, the one and only Ramayan in the Park. The venue remains the same. Come out in large numbers. August the 15th to the 23rd. Namaste and Namaskar.
As we sign off with this program, we wish you all the very best with Sri Ram's blessings. We look forward to seeing you tonight at the home of Ramayan in the Park. From this time to next time, I'm yours truly saying Namaskar.